Good morning everyone. I have a new Dell today. It's a Dell Latitude E6320 and in this video I'm going to be installing Windows 10 and see how we do with it. So I'm going to turn the laptop on. As soon as the screen lights up I'm going to be pressing F12. And on the screen it's I've got a copy of Windows 10 on a USB, so there we go. I've just done my down arrow down to the USB storage device. I'm pressing enter and hopefully great stuff. This is our first sign of life, and this is where we're just going to set up Windows 10. This is all the United Kingdom settings, so that's fantastic. I'm going to click on next, click on install now. Okay, on the Activate Windows page I'm going to click on the option that I don't have a license key, and I'm going to install Windows 10 Home. Click Next. And then I'm going to accept Microsoft terms and then click on Next. I'm going to click the second option, install Windows only, and then what I'm going to do is I'm quickly going to delete all of these partitions. Only take a few seconds. There we go, and you can see that I've got about 232 gigabytes to play with. Obviously the hard drive is probably 256 gigabytes or something in total. Right, let's click on next. And this is where the first part of the installation happens. So you can see here that they're getting files ready for installation. That's on 0%. So what I'm going to do is I am going to stop the video and then I will start it again when it's nearly finished getting those files ready. So as you can see, the installation progress is at about 96%. And it's all run very smoothly so far. It's just completing this first stage of the installation, and it will soon prompt us to shut it down to begin the next phase. Here we go, this is part 2. Okay, welcome back everyone. Installation Windows 10, Latitude 6230. Been having some issues. This is the workaround. So we're just at the end here of the first stage of the installation. It's copying all of the installation files from the USB stick onto the hard drive. And then what I'm going to do at the restart, instead of just leaving it as I've done with every other Windows 10 installation that I think I've done, I'm going to go into the boot menu very quickly and just tell the laptop that it needs to boot from the hard drive. This seems to be the only solution to the no bootable hard drive error that was displayed in the last part of the video. So here we go. I'm going to restart it. Start the one-time boot menu. I'm just going to check that it's going for the hard drive, which it seems to be. Press enter. Okay, we want it to stop. We don't want it to do the disk checking, so just press any key. I'm pressing enter. You can see that the disk checking has stopped. Hopefully the installation now proceeds smoothly. Now, why that particular solution or workaround should work, I've got no idea. Other things that I tried to take out the USB pen after the first part of the installation, and that only produced an error message. So if you're having this problem, follow this video. After that first stage of installation, press F12, go into the one-time boot menu, and then just make sure the laptop is booting from the hard drive. So this is the furthest that I've got with an installation of Windows 10 on the Latitude 6230 without any errors. So things are looking up. I wish I could tell you how long it's taken to get to this stage. It feels like days, but in reality it must be around 20 to 25 minutes at this point. So we're restarting now, which is part 3 of the Windows 10 installation. Now on this restart, I haven't gone into the boot menu and told the laptop to boot from the hard drive. I'm just leaving it as is, although that's not a good sign. So I'm going to stop the disk checking. And hopefully it will keep going as normal. Okay, so finally we're getting into the more interactive parts of the installation. So a few days ago I installed Windows 10 onto another Dell Latitude. It was the Dell Latitude 3330, and that Dell Latitude had inside it an i5 third generation processor. This Dell Latitude, as I said, has got an i3 second generation processor, so I would have expected this installation to have taken longer, and it definitely seems to be the case, that it's really quite sluggish as it installs Windows 10. Okay, this is the point where...
Hi there. I'm Cortana, and I'm here to help.
the voice assistant kicks in. And I go through the regional settings again. Obviously I'm in the UK, so I'm going to tell it to set up as in the UK. Keyboard, going to be using the UK keyboard. I don't want an additional keyboard layout. Okay, let me go and do my... This is the point where I connect it to my home Wi-Fi, so I'll just pause this and then come back to you when it's all done. Okay, so I've connected it to my Wi-Fi network. Sit back and relax while we work our magic. I get the feeling there's going to be a lot of sitting back on this one. As I said, this is going to be a slow install. The Latitude 3330 with a third generation i5, that took 40 minutes from beginning to end in terms of setting up Windows 10, and I've got a feeling that on this Latitude 6230 it is going to be longer. Okay, so I'm just going to put in my Microsoft account details. I'm just going to stop the video here again because I've got to enter a code, and actually I've got to find the code first. Okay, so I've entered my security code. The next thing is to create a PIN. Okay, now we get to decide, kind of set all types of privacy settings. So I'm just going to click yes on all of these. But as you go through your installation, just select the ones which are correct for you. Now this customization page, this is if you're going to use your laptops for specific things, like it's going to be used for entertainment, watching videos, etc. Or you're going to use it for gaming, or you're going to use it for business. And you can tick one of these boxes and then it will set it up and tailor the setup for each of these different purposes. So if you kind of select gaming, it will kind of only install the apps which are relevant to gaming. But for this simple setup, I'm just going to press skip. And you can connect your Android phone to your PC. I'm not going to do that now. I'm not going to worry about backing up files to OneDrive, so I'm going to select the option in the bottom left, only save files to this PC. And then they're going to give me a free trial of Microsoft 365, and I'm going to decline that. Also, they want me to sign up for their Game Pass if I'm a gamer and Xbox fan, but no, I'm not, so again it's no thanks. And I'm also not going to be bothered with the setup of Cortana. Now, Cortana is their voice assistant in the same way that Google has Google Assistant and Amazon has Alexa and Apple has Siri. Alexa, stop. And now I'm confusing my own Alexa. So let's move on. Okay, this is the next phase of the installation. The laptop has looked at all of my choices, all of the boxes that I've ticked in the previous 2 minutes, and it's going to set up the laptop according to those choices and finishing off installing anything else it needs to. Okay, there we go. Windows 10 has successfully installed, and I've got to say, with this installation, I didn't think we'd ever get there. Now, the interesting thing is, I would say that this installation has also taken roughly 40 minutes, the same time as it took to put a fresh install of Windows 10 on the Latitude 3330 that I was using a couple of days ago. Anyway, I hope this has helped you, particularly if you are installing Windows 10 onto this Latitude, the 6230, and you were using the USB pen. Then I hope my workaround has really proved useful for you. Thanks for watching.